morning. I'd like to welcome you all to a session today with Mr. John Crowder, the Vice President of Global Admissions for Southern Cross University Ventures. Welcome, John, to Canam's Ed Talk to help our students understand the new rules that have come in, the genuine temporary student or GST rules, and to demystify some of these things and what they need to do to ensure successful application to be one of those successful visa grants. So over to you. Thank you, John.
Hello everyone, my name is John Crowder. I'm the Vice President Global Admissions at Southern Cross University. I'm here today to talk to you about the changes in the legislation and the replacement of the genuine temporary entrant criteria, or GTE, with the genuine student requirement, or GSR. The GSR was implemented by the Australian government on the 23rd of March 2024. And the GTE was effectively replaced on that same day. If you have already applied for a student visa before the 23rd of March, your visa application will be assessed under the previous GTE regime. However, if you lodged your visa application on or after the 23rd of March 2024, you will be assessed under the genuine student requirement. The major changes here is that the genuine student requirement really necessitates you doing research. You cannot pass the GSR without having done some research. There are a number of things that the Department of Home Affairs will consider with the genuine student requirement when you apply for your student visa. As such, Southern Cross University will also be considering these same matters when we are assessing you under the GSR for admission into the university. So how does the department assess the genuine student requirement? Firstly, immigration will consider the applicant's reason for not studying this course in your own country. So if this course is available in your home country, the department will ask you why you are unable to study this course in your home country and why you need to study it in Australia. There's no right or wrong answer in any of these questions. It is about how you explain how you have done your research and the logic behind your reasoning. They will also look at your potential circumstances in Australia. So things like your level of knowledge about your proposed course, that is absolutely essential. You must understand your course. You must understand the education provider that you are coming to. So in this case, what do you know about Southern Cross University and why have you chosen to study here? Think outside the box and don't just give the generic responses that we are so used to. They will look at your previous study and qualification and see whether it is relevant to the course that you intend to study in Australia now. They will also expect that you know something about your proposed living arrangements. So do some research into this. Know what accommodation options you have available to you, where your accommodation is in relation to your campus, know something about the public transport system and the cost of public transport. Next, the department will look at the value of your proposed course to your future. Now, this is probably the most important question that they will ask. What they want to know and what we want to know is how your proposed course will help you find employment when you finish your course. Whether or not you are in Australia or in your home country, the course needs to be of value to your future. Not every student will be eligible for permanent residence upon completion of their degree. So therefore, we need to know that the course is of value to your future, even if you cannot remain in Australia and you need to go home or return to a third country. So you will need to explain the benefits of this course, how it is going to help you find employment, how studying this course in Australia is going to benefit your personal growth. Next, they will look at your immigration history. We will also ask questions about this in the application to Southern Cross University. We need to know if you've had previous visa refusals or cancellations, and hopefully you're able to explain that to us if you have. The Genuine Temporary Entrance Statement, or SOP, has been replaced by the new Genuine Student Statement. When you go to apply for your student visa, there will be 5 questions that you will now need to answer in place of the Genuine Student Statement. So previously, where you had to write a written statement of purpose, you will now have 5 questions that you will need to respond to individually. Each question gives you 1,000 characters, so you need to respond quickly, efficiently, and to the point. Those questions are now included in the Southern Cross University Genuine Student Statement. You will have the 5 questions for immigration plus 2 additional questions. I will go through very quickly what these questions are. Number 1, give details of your current circumstances, including ties to your family, your community, your employment opportunities, and your economic circumstances in your home country. Question number 2, explain why you wish to study this course in Australia with Southern Cross University. This needs to include your clear understanding of the requirements of your intended course and studying and living in Australia. Question number 3, how will completing this course benefit your future? Question number 4, give any other relevant details that you think will help in your application. It is very important that you do not leave this question blank and that you write something to further explain why you are a genuine student. Question 5, tell us about your previous studies in Australia, if applicable. So if you've ever studied in Australia before, tell us about those studies and everything related to that. Question 6, we want you to compare your prospective salary in your home country with your prospective salary in Australia. It's important that you talk about the benefits of potentially returning to your home country, even if your prospective salary in Australia is higher. And finally, explain your proposed living arrangements in Australia. Show that you have done research, show that you understand your accommodation options, you understand the public transport network and the cost associated with traveling between your accommodation and your campus. So those are the key changes. They're big changes for sure, but it is possible for you to get through the genuine student requirement and to pass it simply as long as you do the relevant research. It is now all about research and making sure that you have done the relevant research so that you can answer these questions suitably. Thank you for your time, everyone. I certainly hope this information has been useful for you, and we look forward to welcoming you to Southern Cross University at some time in the future. Thank you.
And I think what it shows is with the new rules, students need to do a lot more research than what they have previously. So a lot of preparation. Why the course? What does the course contain? What is the course outcome? Where are you going to live? Look at the city that you're going to live in, the cost of living, and we know that the Study Australia website has a great tool to be able to check the cost of living for each city and state, each state in Australia. So at the end of the day, it's research that they need to do. I'm just having a bit of trouble there with my camera, sorry. So thank you for today. I appreciate, we highly recommend Southern Cross University. You are very knowledgeable in the field of compliance, having done this for many years. And these new changes are going to be crucial because, as you said, there are some courses, things like the STEM sector is going to be one of those areas with post-study work rights and potentially the opportunity, if they meet all those requirements, to be able to remain in Australia. But there will be a lot of courses where you obtain your qualification. You will need to most likely leave Australia, but that qualification, being an Australian qualification, is recognised worldwide. So your career opportunities, again, are very opened up by getting an Australian qualification. So thank you for joining today's Canam session. I think this is going to be really wonderful for students, and I also look forward to joining you on a session later today that you're conducting. But this is some tips, some tricks that helps, well, I shouldn't say tricks, so some tips and insights on how students can start preparing to ensure a successful visa outcome, and also consider Southern Cross University as an institute to study with. So thank you, John.